Cindy, it's almost going to be Thanksgiving. When do you plan to come over to the house? I know my son Ray's in Canada for his business trip, but that doesn't mean you can just skip out on the holidays and not come over. You are the oldest daughter-in-law on my side, so you should know to act like one. Make sure to come over as soon as you can and help prepare for the Thanksgiving holiday. I expect that you know about the family traditions that we do during Thanksgiving, right? So make sure you get all the necessary stuff and food we need for that.
How am I the oldest daughter-in-law when my husband is the second oldest son in your family?
Well, his older brother has not gotten married yet, so technically you are the first and oldest daughter-in-law. You're overly logical and doubtful of my intentions. Just because you're a head nurse in a major hospital in the city does not give you permission to talk back to your elders and question their words. You think you're all that just because you're a nurse? Now that I think about it, I don't think you're that smart. You just got lucky.
What? When did I ever talk smart to you? I was just asking a question.
Well, I am not just talking about you, but also your mom. I remember when I first met her to talk about your marriage with my son, and she was really boasting a lot about you, saying that you studied so hard since you were a kid and easily got in some university hospital. Even during your wedding ceremony, she was basically looking down on everyone and walked around as if you were all that. You two were just too cocky. If people didn't know anything about you and just judged you based on how your mom talked about you, they would think you're some sort of neurosurgeon at a really big hospital. It was too much to deal with. Seriously, you're just a nurse. It's not that amazing. Just because you're a nurse, you think you've succeeded in life? Psh! Tell your mom to quit acting like how she is acting, because seriously, it's not that big of a deal, and nobody cares. You're lucky we just look past that. But if you and your mom are like that in other places, you two will become a laughing stock.
Success? Marcia, people have their own definition of success. To me, as a nurse, I am successful. And for my mom, knowing how I had studied throughout the years to be where I am now, I am her daughter who she is extremely proud of. As my mom, who supported and motivated me all my life, she has all the rights to claim some of my achievements because if not for her, I would not be where I am right now in life. So of course she would want to boast about me. Just because she shares some of her own daughter's achievements with others is definitely not being cocky. My mom raised me and my younger sister on her own when our dad passed away early in life. She did all of it by herself and gave us everything we needed and wanted. My mom went through so many hardships in life, and despite that, she did not starve me or my sister from all the luxury and good things in life. So, with the life she lived and the things her daughter achieved in her life so far, she has the right to boast about it.
Huh? So you also think that you are this amazing and super smart person? Wow, you really are conceited. You literally just praised yourself and think that's normal.
I got into a good nursing program through my own hard work and passed the license exam because I studied and prepared for it. On top of that, I study day in and day out just so I can get into a university hospital that has an acceptance rate of 10%. It was super competitive, so if it means that I had to sacrifice my sleep, then so be it. Plus, my coworkers and patients themselves have told me that I am a well-equipped nurse who knows my stuff, and that I treat my patients very well with genuine care and a warm smile. So yes, I will praise and compliment myself for what I achieved in my profession, and I think there is nothing wrong with that.
I can't believe you said all that. What people say is true, the fruit does not fall far from the tree. You're just like your own mother. You really have no sense in your head, do you? You don't care whether it's your mother-in-law or father-in-law or whoever it is. You really will just say whatever it is you want to say, huh?
Well, I did not say anything wrong or untruthful, nor did I say anything rude. Everything I said were true and things that needed to be said in response to what you said, so I don't see why I should feel bad about it.
Wow, you have no shame. Well then, since you're this super smart person, come on over for the holidays. And since you seem to know everything, let's see how well you do the Thanksgiving traditions and let's see how much you know about being a good daughter-in-law. You can come over 1 week before Thanksgiving, right?
I have to work all the way until the day before Thanksgiving, so no, I cannot come a week before. So the soonest I can get there is in the evening of the day before Thanksgiving. I should make it there before 7 p.m. But Ray's in Canada right now. I don't see why I have to go all the way to your house that is 3 hours away when my husband, who is the one related to your family, is not even with me.
What did you just say? Just because my son is abroad does not mean his wife should not come during the holidays. What kind of nonsense is that? Matter of fact, you should be working extra hard to help us out because Ray is not here. You also have to act on his behalf. You say yourself that you're so smart, yet you can't even think of that. Maybe you're not as smart as you think you are.
Did you already forget that one time when it was your birthday and I came over by myself to give you your birthday cake? Does that ring any bells? You said, "Why should I see your face when it's my birthday? You're not even my child. Why should you come here on my birthday? My son abroad has to work super hard and barely has any time to eat. Yet here you are, living your life, eating everything you want with no worries in the world." Those are your exact words that came out of your mouth. And you did not even take a bite of the birthday cake that I had bought for you. You just had this irritated face, did not look me in the eye, and kept on watching the TV.
Do you really not know why I did that? Here you are, wearing all this branded clothes, superfine jewelry, and luxury bags. Yet on my birthday, all you had to give me was some $30 cake you bought at some cafe. You think, as your mother-in-law, I'd be happy about that?
I bought you this really nice winter coat sometime around Christmas a year ago, and I really took some time in choosing that. And what did you tell me? You did not even thank me. You said you hated the color and that it looked so old-fashioned, so you wanted me to get a refund for it. So ever since that incident, I just tried to stay away from choosing gifts myself and gave you cash as a gift so you can use that money to buy whatever you want. Or do you have a problem with that too?
Cindy, you work at a major university hospital, and all you had to give me was a measly $500? Do you really think I would be happy with that? When you gift your mother something, do you buy her something that is only worth $500? Answer that question honestly.
I give my mom gifts as much as I can because she is my own mother who gave birth to me and raised me with all that she has. So I try to repay her as much as I can and as much as I want. I do not understand why you feel like you're curious about that when it has nothing to do with you. That is something personal to my life, and you really have no business in it. Anyway, if you have nothing else to say, then I'm going to leave. I have other things to take care of.
No, I am not done talking yet. So you're going to come over a week before Thanksgiving, right?
No. Due to my job schedule, I cannot come a week before. Sorry about that.
So you are just going to ignore everything your mother-in-law asked you to do, huh? Huh. I really do not understand why my son had to get married to a woman like you. I just can't see what he sees in you. Now I really regret not stopping him from getting married to you. I knew it since the beginning. I should have tried harder and stopped him. Oh, it really is so unfortunate that you had to be my daughter-in-law. You really have this ability to just look down on me and ignore my words, and disobey your elderly when asked nicely. Not just that, you make me feel so frustrated because you just never listen to me. Anything I say. It's like you don't treat me like a person that deserves respect. I do not know who to blame for this unfortunate life that I have to live. I am getting so old anyway. Might as well just leave this world. I have lived a long enough life by now, and I tried my best to be liked by others, yet here I am, with this life full of misfortune. Maybe I should blame my own mother.
I see. Anyway, Marcia, I'm a bit busy. I will call you again the day before Thanksgiving.
Wow, you really have no empathy toward me, huh? Am I that worthless to you? I am the mother of your husband, you know.
I never said that you were worthless, but I really am busy with something right now. I have to go.
I made it super clear with you that you needed to be here 1 week before Thanksgiving, so I was expecting you here today, but you really just completely ignored what I had already asked you to do, huh?
Marcia, I also made it clear that because of my job schedule, I would not be able to be here until the day before Thanksgiving.
Is your job really that much more important to you? You know, when a girl gets married, her in-laws should always come before work. That is common knowledge. What? Do the people in that hospital just have zero common sense? They know the holidays are coming up, so they should let you guys get some time off. What is your excuse of not being here today?
The hospital I work at prioritizes our patient's life and health more than anything else. That is our core value. And yes, sure, we can change schedules and rearrange who the staff nurses will be, but it is not something easy to do. There's always someone who is in charge of each patient.
Sure, fine, whatever you say. I mean, what do I know, right? I'm just this old lady who knows nothing better. You're smarter than me, so whatever you say must be right. But you should be able to separate work with family. Those two are different spheres in life. I do not know what kind of nurse you are at the hospital you're working in, but all I know is that you are my daughter-in-law, so I expect that you act like one and treat your in-laws like how they should be treated.
Treat your in-laws like how they should be treated? What do you mean? What exactly does that entail?
Well, first, you have to open up the storage and take out all the stuff there and clean it, then make sure everything gets put back in place. Second, you need to go into the balcony and also do the same with the stuff that is there. Make sure every crook and cranny is cleaned and ready for the Thanksgiving celebration. Third, you must make sure that curtains and blankets are washed, and most importantly, the pots and utensils needed for all the rituals are squeaky clean. And when you are doing the groceries for this, you need to pick the freshest turkey, fruits, and vegetables, because you need to use those to cook the food that we and our guests will eat. So the quality of the ingredients must be top quality and look appetizing. Oh, and needless to say, you have to buy everything with your own money, but that should not be a problem. You are a nurse who is employed at a really well-known hospital. Budgeting for that should not be that hard.
Well, yeah, I mean, paying for the ingredients and whatnot is not really a problem for me, but all the cleaning, you do not expect that I do that by myself, right? I am basically turning into a housekeeper for you if you expect me to do all that.
Yes, of course, that is your duty as the daughter-in-law. Shouldn't you already know that? If you don't do it, then who should do it?
Do you see what I'm saying?
It is really just common sense, Cindy. Because if you don't do it, do you expect me, your mother-in-law, who is this old, to do that much cleaning?
Well, I did not say that you have to do all of it by yourself. Your husband and his brother are there, and I'm sure they can help with all that cleaning. Plus, it's not even my house. I don't even live there. Isn't it weird and unfair that I do all the cleaning for the house that isn't even mine? I'm not some sort of slave that will just do whatever I'm told to do, you know? I don't see why I should agree to that.
What I ask you to do are just things that any daughter-in-law must do for their in-laws. I did not make that up. You must think I'm crazy for telling you that those are just the bare minimum of what a daughter-in-law should be doing, huh? When you are at work and a nurse who is your superior asks you to do something, do you also talk back to them like how you talk back to me? No, you don't, right? You would do whatever it is they ask you to do, right? You say that you're such a hard worker at your workplace. Why aren't you like that to your in-laws? Don't you think you're being a hypocrite here? You always appear to be so logical, yet it seems you don't see the contradiction in your own words here.
Well, of course, it's not the same with my workplace because they pay me good money to do what they ask me to do. Unlike with my in-laws, who does not even care to say thank you when I give them money or gifts. Do you see the difference here?
Money, money, money. All you care about is money. Why should we suffer from your behavior? You see money is more important than your own in-laws, the parents of your husband. How unbelievable. Sure, you earn good money, but you can't even do the basic things as a daughter-in-law. So I shall give you a chance to repent on your disobedience to your in-laws. Your husband gives his older brother money every year because his older brother is not working. It's just money to help him out, so why don't you give your brother-in-law some money and give him more than what Ray usually gives?
What? Why should I? What kind of request is that? Why should I be giving my brother-in-law money on behalf of my husband? That makes no sense.
He has a really bad injury that happened to him when he started working as soon as he graduated college. Because of that injury, it's really hard for him to reintegrate to society and find a job. So Ray feels bad that his older brother has to stay at home and basically be a vegetable. Ray is earning very well and gives his older brother money just to help out and show support. Why is that something you're so shocked about? Anyway, since Ray's not here this year and he's still in Canada for work, you can give your brother-in-law at least $3,000. That should be okay.
What? $3,000? Yeah, no. I'm sorry, but I cannot just give him $3,000.
What? Why can't you? It's your own husband's brother you're helping, yet you can't even do that? It's not even that big of a favor. The only money he ever gets is the money that Ray gives him every Thanksgiving. He always looks forward to that, yet this year, he won't get any at all. Do you know how heartbroken he'll feel? Are you really that heartless that you wouldn't even care to make your brother-in-law, who is disabled, happy?
He is an adult, you know. I get that he is injured and all, but I don't see why I have to take responsibility of his yearly allowance. I don't think that's my business to take care of, and to be quite honest, I really do not want to use my own money on something that has no value to me.
Wow. You just have no heart nor sympathy for others. You act like you are giving money to some stranger on the street. It's your own brother-in-law, for God's sake, and you can't even help out? I feel so bad for the patients that you end up having. They have to be taken care of by some nurse who is heartless and greedy. I hope they don't suffer from your ugly personality. Fine. If you do not give money to your brother-in-law, then give me money instead. I get that it's a bit hard for you to see the value in giving money to your brother-in-law, but I am your mother-in-law, so you should be able to give me some money, right? Your father-in-law and brother-in-law have been so much trouble to take care of that I feel like I need to get away from them for some time. Just a breath of fresh air. So give me some money so I can go travel somewhere for a few days and get a break from them. I really want to go to the Bahamas for about 10 days, so transfer about $5,000 to my bank account. Got that? I initially wanted to go to Spain, but I'll spare you the more expensive stuff and just go to the Bahamas instead. I am being considerate to you. The Bahamas is nowhere near as expensive as going to Spain.
No, I do not think you're being considerate to me at all. It's no different than robbing me. You really don't see how wrong this is? Do you really think I will just eagerly give you the $5,000 you're asking for?
If you don't give me that money, I will never acknowledge you as my daughter-in-law. Never. I will never let you step even 1 foot inside my house or even acknowledge your existence. The choice is yours. I hope you make the right decision.
I don't think there really is much for me to think about. I made my decision already. I also think there's nothing that we need to talk about. I have no business with you anymore. You can contact your own son. I don't care. But please stop contacting me anymore. Oh, wait. Am I being a really bad daughter-in-law for telling you not to contact me? Gosh. Oh, I forgot to tell you the good news. By the way, in about 2 months' time, I will be leaving and going to Canada, where Ray is.
What? Why are you only telling me this now? Ray will be coming back home in about 6 months. I don't see why you should follow him all the way to Canada when there's only 6 months left of him working there.
Ray was offered to extend his business trip there with the same company, so he will be in Canada for another 4 or 5 years. He accepted that offer, and luckily I can also find a job there. There's a major hospital near his workplace, so it won't be that hard for me to work in a hospital in Canada with the nursing experience I already have. Also, we plan to just stay in Canada for as long as we can.
Are you being serious? Then what about us? What are we supposed to do?
Well, you live outside of the city, so cost of living there is pretty cheap. That should be no problem. Plus, you have your husband and your other son there with you. You guys can help each other. You always favored your eldest son and gave him more than what you gave to Ray. Now that Ray's earning a lot of money, all you did was ask him for allowance. You barely supported him during his college years and when he was looking for a job, so we don't see why we should be helping you out. An eye for an eye, right? Ray and I already had a long conversation about our finances, and we both agreed and decided to cut you guys off from our budget. We came to realize that giving you guys money is not our responsibility.
You better shut it. How dare you? Give me back my son. How does he expect us to eat and live if he even cuts his own family off his finances? How greedy of him. Oh, and you say that you can just try and work in some international hospital in Canada? How are you so sure you will get hired there?
Well, like I said, I have enough experience to work in the university hospital near Ray's workplace. And my supervisor knows someone in that hospital. She will be writing me a recommendation letter, which will vastly help with my employment there. I have been preparing for it for quite a while now, too, so I have confidence that I will get hired there no problem. So from now on, please stop thinking that Ray and I are your personal bank accounts that you can just withdraw money from. You are very healthy, with arms and legs, and a body that work perfectly fine. I'm sure you can find a job somewhere to sustain your lifestyle. Since that conversation with my mother-in-law, I flew to Canada and moved in with my husband. I completely cut off all contact with my in-laws and have been happily living my life in a different country with the man I love. My husband was always treated differently, even by his own mother and family, so he grew to resent them, especially with how much they take advantage of him and asking him for money all the time. He was the one who told me to cut ties with his parents and told me that I don't need to help them with anything, not even a penny. So I'm very thankful that he's on my side on this one. And since now that my husband and I are living peacefully on our own, away from all the stress back home, we started planning on having a baby. We thought this was the perfect time to grow our family. Fortunately, all the prayers we said in those churches were heard by God, and now I'm in my second trimester of pregnancy. About my mother-in-law, I heard that she started doing some cleaning job at the mall because she had no other choice. Not only did we cut off any contact with them, we completely cut them off from any financial help. Now, they're on their own. My husband video called his cousin one day and was told that his mother still babied his older brother because he had always been her favorite. And we were not even surprised by that at all. However, Ray and I have completely integrated and got down our routine in our new home abroad, so we're now just focusing on our careers and our baby. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more stories.
What on earth are you going on about now, you moron? Have you lost your mind? I said I want a divorce. Why would I agree on a divorce just because you want one? What's in it for me? I just can't bear to live like this a minute longer. That's all. Why, though? Why do I have to be divorced? What have I done? I've looked after you. I've had your children. I know. Did I not take care of our family and the house while you were busy with goodness knows what? No, that's not it either. Have I had an affair like a lot of girls do nowadays? What are you going on about now? Why? That's what you've been doing, isn't it? Having an affair? Don't pretend you haven't. I'm not stupid, you know. Be careful what you're saying to me. Be careful what I'm saying? Why should I? What is there to be scared of? I'll say what I want. You try and stop me. That person is actually single, you know. Oh, congratulations. At least she doesn't have a husband, so you aren't tearing her family apart like you are ours. Why are you always so sarcastic? Do you have no shame? Shame? You're the one having an affair here. I've done nothing wrong. I've given my all for this family. And for what? To be cheated on by a jerk like you like I'm nothing. I saw the two of you in that hotel room doing I don't know what. And you're the one talking to me about shame? Do you really want it to end like this? Keep some self-respect, will you? Self-respect? Is that going to feed me and Ethan? I don't need self-respect. Well, what exactly is it that you need then? I can't raise our kid on my own. I won't do it. I can't give up my whole life and live like this any longer just because of that one reason. What exactly do you think is more important than our son then? We aren't happy together anymore. Have I ever caused you shame or done anything bad towards you in the time that we've been married? No, you haven't. Actually, you've been an absolutely amazing wife. So what's the problem then? I don't understand. It's just that I've met the love of my life. My soulmate, too late. That's all. How can you talk about love to me like this? What even is love anyway? So if what we had for each other wasn't love, what exactly was it? We were just so young when we met. So what you're saying is that I'm not enough because I was young. Is that it? No, that's not it either. I even followed you when you studied abroad. I did all your cooking, housework, even ironed your pants. I've supported you the best I could through everything. Now you're just going to throw our family and all of that away over what? I don't understand what I did that was so wrong. I told you, you haven't done anything wrong. You've been a great wife and a great support to me. When you were studying for your exam, I used to take little Ethan outside the second he started crying and walk around the park with him for hours so that we wouldn't disturb your studying. Doesn't any of that mean anything to you? I know. Stop it now, will you? I just don't understand why. What did I do that was so wrong that you decided to have an affair? What is so wrong with me that you want to give up on everything we have together and get a divorce? You were the best wife I could have possibly hoped for. You did nothing wrong. But then why? I just don't understand. Tell me why you have done this to me if I was an amazing wife to you who did nothing wrong. Don't say it is all because of love either, because that is just ridiculous. Well, it was because of love. But as you told me not to mention that, I don't know how else I can explain it to you. Love between a man and a woman means nothing. It's insignificant. When you look back on it in time, it really means nothing at all. Of course it means something. Or else why would I be standing here asking you for a divorce over it like this? Pull yourself together, will you? You're a father now. The most important thing in your life should be your kids. Nothing should be more important to you than your children and their happiness. And you're there going on about ridiculous, meaningless things like love. What on earth has our son done wrong? Why should he have to suffer? When I married you, I just asked you for one thing. One thing! I just asked that no other woman should come between us. Did you or did you not promise me on our wedding day that no other woman would ever come between us? I promised you. And I meant it too. I really did. So why have you broken that promise? You promised that you'd only have eyes for me, and you would never break up our family. That's the only thing that you promised me when we got married. The only thing! I know. Then why are you suddenly being like this now? People change. People change and so do their feelings. People change and love changes. Stop talking such nonsense. You're talking like a stupid, love-struck teenager. You really are. If we didn't have children, I wouldn't be like this. I'd let you do whatever you wanted. But we do. I don't want to be hanging on to you like this when I know that your heart is with some other woman either. Why would I? I lost all feelings for you some time ago. So why are you being like this now then? Do you really think I'm being like this because I can't live without you or something? Ethan has done nothing wrong. He doesn't deserve any of this. I'll give you money for him, to help you raise him, I promise. That's the law, you idiot. Of course you will. Other men look after their kids above everything, even if they may have feelings for someone else. They don't just desert their families like you're planning to. It doesn't make any difference what you say to me now. You take care of Ethan. I can't. I won't. Even if it kills me. I'm not going to let Ethan grow up in a broken family. I just can't do that to him. I want to keep this family together. For Ethan. That's just an obsession of yours. Obsession? I grew up without a father. You know I did. I know what it's like. How can you call that an obsession? It's experience. That's what it is. And I won't have my son go through that. I just can't. Anyway, I'm not going to make Ethan grow up in a broken family. And that's the end of it. Hey, Ethan. Oh, hi, Sam. Hello, Daisy. Sorry, she's not in a very good mood recently. I don't think you're going to get anything out of her, I'm afraid. Aw, what's up with our lovely little Daisy then? She was playing so nicely with Ethan before while we were waiting for the daycare bus as well. She doesn't seem to want to play anymore. Oh, she wanted me to plait her hair for her this morning, you see. But I'm just so useless at things like that. Oh, she wants you to plait her hair in a heart shape, right? Yes, that's right. How did you know that? Apparently her friends went to daycare like that, and she wanted her hair like that too. But there's no way I could plait it like that. I'm just so useless at that kind of thing, you know? I saw the photo that the teacher sent us yesterday and did think that Lily's hair was looking really good. I guess that's the style that Daisy wanted as well. I bet all the girl parents had a similar problem this morning. I only know how to do either a ponytail or pigtails, you see. They are my limit. Oh, so that's why Daisy isn't in a good mood today then, is it? Well, I'm not really that good at heart plaits either, but I can plait hair so it looks like you're wearing a hairband. I guess that's what she wanted. She was trying to tell me to leave her hair down and plait it, but I didn't really understand what it was that she wanted even. All right then, Daisy. Come here and sit down a minute. I'll see if I can sort your hair out quickly before the bus comes. What do you think? I'll practice heart plaits later too. Then tomorrow, before the bus comes, I'll give you a heart plait too. How about that? Thank you so much, Sally. I feel so much better now that Daisy has gone to daycare in such a good mood. I'm glad you feel better. At this age, girls seem so much into princesses and hairstyles, you know? Daisy's mom used to do her hair so well every morning. At times like this, I really do miss her. It's been nearly a year now, hasn't it? Yes, it has. Time's like an arrow. I still don't seem to know what I'm doing with Daisy. It's all so difficult. I think you're doing a great job with her. You shouldn't put yourself down so much. Thank you so much for saying that. If you come out a little bit earlier tomorrow morning, I'll try to put Daisy's hair into a heart plait for her. I guess I'd better bring out a comb and some hairbands then, hadn't I? That would be amazing. I better watch and try to learn how to do it myself. I can't have you doing her hair for her every day now, can I? I did watch a YouTube video on it this morning, but it was a lot harder than I thought, you see. Even if it looks really hard to start with, once you've tried it a few times, it does get easier. I better get a lot of practice in then, hadn't I? Anyway, we'd better go now. See you tomorrow morning. Thank you again. Yes, have a good day. See you tomorrow. No, I'm going to do it. I'll do it. When? Soon. Very soon. Soon? You've been saying soon for over 3 years now. I'm fed up of hearing it. If you're going to do it, just do it. You've never been married, so you wouldn't understand. It's not as easy as you seem to think it is. Even if you have a steadfast reason why you want a divorce, it doesn't mean that things are going to go your way or that you're going to get what you want. That's what marriage is all about. Marriage. There's always some excuse. I bet you're going to tell me again for the 100th time now that having a kid makes it even worse. I am so fed up of hearing the same excuses again and again. I have nothing else to say. As you said, you've already heard it all. What do you mean? Just put up with it for a little longer, will you? For me. I told you. I told Sally that I wanted a divorce. Okay, so you said it. What is that achieved then? I'm going to keep asking her until I get what I want. I asked what she said. She said she didn't want a divorce. She doesn't want our son to grow up in a broken home. If she doesn't want one, that means you can't get divorced, doesn't it? No, that's not it. I'm going to divorce her. I am. I know you. If your wife hadn't realized that you were having an affair, you would have kept us quiet until the end, wouldn't you? I'll get my divorce soon. Just believe me, won't you? Well,
if you don't make your mind up soon, it'll be too late. My father is on at me to get married. So if you can't divorce your wife, he's going to set me up with one of his friend's sons, and it'll be too late. I can only hold him off for so long, you know.
What did you just say?
I'm really sorry for coming here like this.
No, it's fine. I'm really embarrassed about what my daughter has done.
If I didn't have children, I wouldn't have come here like this.
No, it's fine. I understand completely. I'm so sorry for the pain my daughter must have caused you.
I can't break up with Ethan's father. I just can't do it to him. He's just 4 years old. He's too young to understand.
Of course he is.
If it was because one parent was sick or something like that, it would be a lot easier to explain to him in a way that he could understand. But because it's nothing like that, I just feel like I have to protect him from all of this.
Yes, I totally understand. I'm really sorry.
I'm really pleased that you understand why I came here today. I'm really sorry for getting you involved in something that doesn't concern you like this. It can't have been easy to hear. I am really ashamed that it came to this and that I had to get you involved. But I just have to protect my son.
Something that doesn't concern me. Of course it concerns me. I should have raised my daughter to know better. You can go now. I'll make sure that my daughter causes no further trouble to your family.
Thank you so much for all of your help.
What do you think you're doing? Surely you can see what I'm doing.
I said, what on earth do you think you're doing?
I'm packing my stuff up. Have you never seen that before?
I can see that. Why are you packing?
Are you sure you've been to college? You seem too stupid to have graduated right now.
What are you talking about?
How could you go to her father like that? I just can't understand how someone that went to college and is supposedly an adult can do something like that.
What has any of that got to do with college?
I'm just embarrassed that you could do something like that. That's all.
Embarrassed? Do you really think that you have the right to feel embarrassed about me going to see someone after what you've been doing? Of course you're the one that's embarrassed.
What are you laughing about? How can you possibly laugh at a time like this?
Well, the two of you are supposed to be professors at a college, but you're having an affair and doing I don't know what together. Then you tell me that I should be embarrassed and asked if I've actually been to college. Of course it's funny.
Let's just not talk to each other.
So you're just going to stare me down like that, are you?
It was our problem. We should have just sorted it out amongst ourselves. How could you possibly go running to her father about it?
I told you before, didn't I? I said that I was going to do everything that I could to protect my family. I refuse to raise Ethan in a broken family. It's just not fair on him.
I haven't loved you for a long time now, you know.
Even so, we have to live together for Ethan. I'll let you go when Ethan graduates high school. I'll let you go then without any fuss at all.
None of that matters. I just can't live together in the same house with you any longer.
Oh, you're planning to move in with that girl then, are you?
Yes, I am. Even if you keep refusing my divorce, we love each other and have decided to move in together.
Fine. If that's what you want, go and live with her. You can go and live with her, but I can't give you your divorce. Just you remember that.
I'm really sick and tired of you being like this, you know.
Being like what?
Trying to keep hold of me no matter what, even when even you must know that our relationship, our marriage, is over.
I followed you when you studied abroad to get your PhD. I did my translation to earn our living expenses while bringing up Ethan and cooking you 3 hot meals a day. If that wasn't tough, I don't know what is.
I told you not to go on about that all the time, didn't I?
When we came back, I slept only 4 or 5 hours a day as I was so busy doing the translation to earn our living expenses as well as looking after Ethan and doing all of the housework as well. I kept doing that right up to when you qualified. After going through all of that for this family,
How could I not try everything I could to keep this family together? Aren't you fed up of going on about that yet? Because I am definitely sick and tired of hearing about it all. Well, you certainly seem to be tired of hearing it. But that's what I had to go through for this family. And I think you do well to remember that sometimes. I've been too soft on you growing up.
What do you mean, Dad?
I think the problem was you growing up abroad, you know.
I don't understand.
That's all. As my only daughter, I'll let you do whatever you wanted to. That was your downfall, I think. I should have been more strict with you.
Dad!
Tidy your stuff up and move back in with me. I've put your place up for sale again. The removal company will be there in the morning.
Dad, I love that man, and he loves me too.
Love? Don't be ridiculous. You don't know the meaning of the word.
He's getting divorced soon. He told me. We're going to get married and be together.
Enough! That man that you say you love is just keeping you as his side piece. That's not love. It can't be.
Dad, the problem is that his wife, the mother of his child, won't give him the divorce that he wants.
As a married man myself, I know a lot about guys like him. He has no intention of marrying you. If he did, he'd have divorced his wife, using whatever means he had to get it done.
He's going to do it soon now.
When exactly? It would have been different if he and his wife didn't have any children, you know. If a man has children with his first wife, he is bound to go back to her in the end.
He would never do that.
I'm right. I know it. Every parent wants to do right by their children. Listen to me, will you? How about Gary from the biology department in the college? He's a really good person, you know.
What has he got to do with anything? Why have you suddenly mentioned him?
His wife passed away years ago now, and he has no children. He took care of his wife by himself, right up to her death. That's what a genuine, caring person he is. He is 100 times better than that jerk who is just using you, then going to go back home to his family when he gets bored.
I don't understand why you're suddenly telling me about him, Dad.
When you came back, I was planning to set you up with him, you see.
Dad!
Even our principal thinks very highly of him. Not only that, his parents are well respected in the community. He comes from a good family with a lot of money. He's lost his wife, and he has no children. What more could you possibly want?
Dad, stop it, will you?
If you just married into a family like his, you'd live a happy, carefree life and be loved by the whole family. Apparently, he has eyes for you as well.
I told you to stop it, Dad. I'm not going to live with you.
If you don't come home...
I'm going to live with the man that I love, and that loves me back.
Even if I cut all contact with you?
Dad! Are you serious?
Kevin, call me, will you? Ethan says he misses you. It's his birthday today, in case you've forgotten, and he wants to know when you're coming back. He won't go to sleep and is sitting up in bed waiting for you, you know. You could at least video call him or something. Hey, you jerk! Your son is crying because he's sick. How crazy must you be about that stupid witch to not even check your messages? Thank you so much for helping me out with Ethan all the time like this. I don't know how I'm ever going to repay you. Ethan's pretty athletic, you know. He picks things up so easily. Today was his first time on a bike, wasn't it? Yes, it was his first time on just 2 wheels. Wow, so it only took him a day to learn how to ride a bike without stabilizers. That really is amazing, you know. He had stabilizers for a really long time, you see. But then he suddenly decided today that he wanted to try riding without them. It felt like I had been holding on to the back of his bike and running after him for hours, and I was so tired that I really wanted to go home. If it wasn't for you, I'd have given up and gone home before I saw him succeed and ride his bike without stabilizers. You did really well. You look so tired, though. On the contrary, Ethan looks like he had nearly got the hang of it and would be able to ride really soon.
Right? Even when I told him to go inside and said that we'd practice again in the morning, he kept saying that he wanted to try for a little longer. So I really didn't know what I was going to do.
If I come out to the park with Daisy when Ethan's on his bike again, I'll give him a few more pointers. It seems like he likes soccer as well. I'm right, aren't I?
Yes, if you give him a ball, he'd kick it around all day if he could.
My Daisy likes soccer as well, you see. She usually just chases the ball around still, but yeah. If we see each other in the park again, we could play soccer together as well. I'm sure that the kids would love that.
That sounds great. Thanks again for today, Sam. Have a great evening.
Yes, you too.
Why didn't you answer me even when I told you that Ethan was sick?
I was busy.
Oh, you've been so busy for the last week that you didn't even have time to ask what was wrong or if he was okay, have you?
I forgot.
What have you been doing? Where? With whom?
You know exactly who I've been with, where I've been, and what I've been doing. So why do you even have to ask?
So you didn't have time to ask how our sick son was because you were messing around with her, right?
Just sign the documents and send them back to me. That's all you have to do.
If I sign the documents like you want me to, are you going to come to Ethan when he is sick or whenever he needs you? Are you?
I told you I didn't answer you because I was busy.
I'm not going to sign the papers for you.
What is the point in the two of us living like this?
How the two of us are living or not living isn't important at the moment. Even though we haven't even got divorced yet, you're ignoring Ethan and not answering when he needs you. What are you going to be like if we actually get a divorce?
I'll make sure I do better towards him. I promise I will. Just sign the papers for me, will you?
You can live with whoever you want to. I don't care about that in the slightest. I don't want to live in the same house as you any longer anyway. The thing is, Ethan needs his dad. We don't need to have anything to do with each other. And you can live where you want, with whoever you want. But if you mistreat Ethan, I will never agree to your divorce. And I might actually kill you as well. So, do what you want. Kevin, is that you?
Yes, it is. I've just got back from work.
Go and have a shower then, will you?
Oh, I'm starving. What's for dinner, anyway?
I thought I'd order something when you got back. I wanted to ask you what it was that you wanted to eat first.
What are you thinking of ordering?
I was thinking about getting Mexican. Why?
Abby, we are running this household, right?
What do you mean?
It's just that we've been living together for over 2 years now, and I can count the number of meals you have made me in that time on one hand.
Am I someone who just lazes around in the house all day?
Do you think that you're the only person who works? Sally used to do her translation, take care of Ethan, and make dinner all at the same time.
Wow, she really was a great wife to you, wasn't she? Why do I have to make your dinner and look after the house for you anyway? I'm not your maid or anything like that, you know?
What did you just say?
You aren't even doing your duties to me. Why should I make you food and clean the house like a proper wife?
What do you mean I'm not doing my duties to you? What duties exactly are you talking about?
How can you not know? We're still just two people living together. We're just housemates, really. But you want me to act like I'm your wife?
Do you even love me?
Of course I do. Why did you ask that all of a sudden?
Don't you think the give and take that should exist between a man and a woman just isn't really there?
If this isn't love, then what exactly is it? The two of us are hiding here together, even though it feels like the whole world is pointing the finger at us. Even though my father sold my apartment from under my feet and then totally cut me off, I'm still alive. That's all thanks to you, you know.
You knew what you were letting yourself in for, didn't you?
You have no intention of getting a divorce, do you?
Sally won't sign the papers, will she? It's not like I haven't done it because I don't want to.
So you're asking me to live the rest of my life in hiding like this, are you? Pretending at work that we are just colleagues? Leaving work separately every day and hiding our true feelings and our true lives from everyone? Is that how you want me to live?
Just put up with it for a little bit longer, will you? I'll be getting my divorce really soon now.
When is she going to sign the papers for you then? When? Do you even have any sort of guarantee that she's even going to sign them?
Hello? Who is it? It's me.
Who exactly is me?
Open the door.
I can't, I'm afraid. If there's something you need to do here, you'd better call first.
I came to see Ethan.
Oh, did you now? Why do you suddenly want to see him now? You've never bothered before.
I've brought him a graduation present. He graduated kindergarten today, didn't he? Open the door, will you?
No. You can leave the present just there in front of the door. Ethan isn't at home at the moment, you see.
Don't lie. I saw him get into the elevator just a few minutes ago.
He's gone to Daisy's place on the 14th floor.
What did you just say?
Didn't you hear me? I said he's gone to Daisy's house. Daisy lives on the 14th floor.
What is Ethan doing at Daisy's house at this time?
We're going to have a graduation party there together, you see.
What did you just say?
We're going to have a party at Daisy's place to celebrate the kids graduating kindergarten today.
Whatever. Just open the door, will you? I'll just leave the present inside the door and then I'll be gone. What is all of that food for?
What do you mean, what is it for? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to take it all to the party at Daisy's place, of course.
Why are you taking all of that food upstairs?
Why does it matter to you anyway?
What are you doing? What's so special about Daisy's house anyway?
I told you, we're going to have a party to mark the kids' graduation.
So you're having that party with Daisy now, are you? Isn't that the man who got rid of his wife a couple of years ago?
Be careful what you say, won't you? What do you mean he got rid of her anyway?
That doesn't matter. Why are you having a party with them? Last winter, I saw him getting out of his car and he...
What difference does it make to you whether he gets out of his car, washes his car, what he does? I thought the two of us agreed to have nothing more to do with each other anyway. We're nothing to each other. I don't have to explain myself to you.
We might not have anything to do with each other anymore, but that doesn't mean that I don't care about what happens to Ethan, you know. Why is my Ethan having a party in that house?
Ethan and Daisy are friends, and they went to the same kindergarten. That's why he's going to her house.
Are the two of you dating or something?
What did you just say?
I just asked if you're dating that moron from the 14th floor.
So what if we are?
So you are dating. You can't just do what you want like that, you know.
Why on earth not? You're living in the same house as your girlfriend. Why can't I date someone?
Oh, you're dating now, are you? Is that what you're calling it?
What difference does it make to you anyway?
Why won't you sign the divorce papers even though you're dating another man?
Who says I have to divorce you to date another man? Being married didn't stop you when you started having your affair now, did it? Who said I'm dating him anyway?
You did, just before.
No, I didn't. I said we were having a party for the kids in his house. That's all.
You really have lost your mind, haven't you?
I think that's you, not me.
Can you not live without a man or something? It hasn't even been 2 years since I left, and you're seeing someone else already, are you?
What on earth are you going on about now? Who is seeing who now?
Why are you having a party with that moron from the 14th floor? That's what I want to know. Get out. You're making me really mad now. If you've left the present, go back to your own house, will you? No. I'm going to go to the 14th floor and I'm going to bring Ethan back here. He's really happy because he graduated today and has had a really great day. Don't go spoiling that and messing him around. Just go. You've done nothing for him. What gives you the right to go up there and spoil his big day? How dare you? It's not just us going anyway. All of his kindergarten friends are up there waiting as well. I heard that the two of you had coffee together.
Yes, we did. I went to see you in your office, but you weren't there, and he was there instead, you see.
Oh, how was it? He's really nice, isn't he?
Yes, he seemed nice.
Of course he is. He's an English gentleman at that.
How can he be like that when he doesn't even have any children?
Well, I guess that's just as far as the relationship went before. I've invited him for dinner at my place next Saturday. Come and eat with us.
Oh, here's your birthday present.
Just give up on that man. He isn't going to get a divorce and you know it. Stop messing around with other people's families and just let him go. Don't you know how scary the world of professors can be if you do things like that with other people's husbands? How long do you think the two of you can keep hiding together in that tiny little apartment in the suburbs before you get found out? You're just lucky that that man's wife is a lovely, kind lady. That's all.
I don't think he's going to get a divorce either.
I know I've left you to make your own mistakes growing up, but I can't stand to see my daughter caught up in all of this any longer. It's just so distracting and such a mess. If your mom knew about this, she'd pass out. End it. Stop living there with him.
Dad.
His wife says that she'll be waiting for him. That she can't break up with him because of their son. Just end it now. That's enough.
Dad, please.
Men with children can't just abandon them. I know that, being a man myself. You need to have your own children and start to bring them up like other girls your age are.
So, you went to see Ethan again today, did you?
Yes, I did. I went to buy him some clothes and things now that he's starting elementary school.
So, you went with Ethan and Sally then?
No, I didn't. Sally wasn't there. It was just Ethan and I.
Oh, really? You haven't forgotten that you're coming to our place on Saturday now, have you?
I can't go, I'm afraid.
Why not?
Your dad doesn't even like me, does he?
So what?
Anyway, I promised to go and buy Ethan a bike that day.
Oh, have you?
Yes, I have.
Well, then let's go to see Dad on Sunday. I want to do something for his birthday, you see.
I don't want to.
Why not?
Why should I? It's not like we're married or anything.
What did you just say? How can you talk like that?
It's true, isn't it?
I want to go and introduce you to him properly this time. That's all.
I don't want to.
You don't want to?
No, I don't.
Why not?
We don't even know how things are going to go with us in the future. I don't want to make our relationship public like that. That's all.
So you're planning to break up with me in the future, are you? You're messing me around, just like Dad said.
No, that's not what I meant.
Oh, did Ethan's mom say that she'll take you back or something?
No. I think that she started seeing someone else now anyway.
Oh, that's good.
But
But what?
I don't want to make Ethan have a messy family like this.
So if you don't want to make his family messy,
I might bring him here.
how can you make a decision like that on your own?
He's my son. I can do what I want with him.
When we first moved in together, we agreed that Ethan would live with his mom and that we'd have another baby together. Didn't we?
Well, things were different then.
Kevin, I think it would be better for us to just call it a day now.
What did you just say?
I know that you are never going to get divorced. You still have feelings for Sally, don't you? Why can't you answer that question? I guess my father was right all along. He said that you were never planning on getting divorced. That you were just thinking of having a good time with me, then eventually just ending it.
No, that's not it at all. She just won't let me have my divorce, that's all.
I've had enough of this now. Let's just end it. I don't see a future with you.
I told you, I'm going to get a divorce, and I'm going to get Ethan as well.
I won't bring him up. Why should I bring up another woman's child?
He's my son.
He is you and that other woman's son, though, isn't he? Let's just end it right now, Kevin. I'm just getting so tired of fighting for you when you have no intention of getting the divorce you keep promising me.
Well, seeing as you've waited this long for me, can't you just wait a little longer?
No, I don't want to wait any longer. Above all else, I think it'll be better for both of our futures if we just end it now, before anyone at the college finds out what's been going on between the two of us and make things more difficult for both of us. Let's just end it. I see that you aren't exactly opposed to the idea yourself. You aren't answering me, are you?
We're just off to buy a bike. Aren't you going to come with us?
Why on earth would I want to go with you?
What do you mean?
There's no reason for me to go with you, and I have an appointment later anyway. Make sure you bring Ethan back by 7 p.m. tonight.
Where are you going?
What does it matter to you where I'm going?
Are you meeting that jerk from the 14th floor again?
Why should I tell you who I'm meeting or where I'm going anyway?
You better watch yourself. We're still husband and wife, you know.
You do make me laugh sometimes. It was you that said we were nothing to each other anymore. We agreed to live separate lives. You're the one who's been living with another woman anyway, aren't you? What gives you the right to tell me to watch myself?
We broke up.
What, you and your girlfriend?
Yes.
When did that happen then?
I packed my stuff up yesterday and found a new place to live.
Oh, fair enough then.
What did you just say? Why are you acting like this all of a sudden?
None of it makes any difference to me, you see. I don't care what you do.
Why doesn't it make any difference to you? I'm going to move back in.
Back into where?
What do you think? Back into my house.
Have you lost your mind? Is this somewhere you can leave when you want and then just move back in like nothing ever happened when the mood takes you?
We're still husband and wife, and this is still my house.
Don't be ridiculous. We agreed, didn't we? We agreed that we were nothing to each other, but that we were going to both have a proper role in bringing up Ethan.
When? When did we decide all of that then?
You're such a piece of trash. How dare you just think you can come back here like nothing happened after what you did?
Anyway, you better watch yourself from now on. If I ever find you with that jerk from the 14th floor, I'm not going to take it lying down, you know. If you don't want to be utterly humiliated and divorced, losing Ethan in the process, you better watch what you're doing.
How could someone who secretly took Ethan to meet his side chick and told him to call her mom and then break up with her anyway say such things? You better leave my boy alone. What on earth do you think you're playing at? Now you've broken up with her, are you going to introduce Ethan to another woman and tell him to call her mom as well?
Do you think I knew that things would turn out like this? I just thought it would be good if the two of them got to know each other a bit, that's all. I was living with her after all.
I don't think she had any intention of Ethan ever staying with her anyway. You were living in dreamland, you moron. Don't you even think about doing things like that with my Ethan without me knowing again. I won't let you get away with it.
He really is a piece of trash, isn't he? Worse than trash.
Well, he held out for that long and then caused a right fuss trying to move back in with us.
I don't understand what he was thinking. I really don't. It's all so frustrating.
He broke up with my Abby. Well, Abby broke up with him, to be exact.
Did they really break up?
Yes, they did. I cleared out her place, and she's moved back in with me now so I can keep an eye on her.
Oh, I see.
My daughter definitely won't be seeing your husband again.
How do you know?
She's already seen someone else.
Oh, I see.
I feel really embarrassed even talking to you after what my daughter did. But to tell you the truth, at the end of the day, the most important thing is that your child is happy.
Yes, I agree.
Once my daughter is married, I'm thinking about sending her abroad again to study a bit more. The man she's going to marry has been offered a place as a professor at Oxford University, you see.
Oh, I see. That sounds good. Why do you keep chasing me around like this?
You split my family right down the middle, and now you say you're marrying another man?
Dr. Brown, you're the one that made this happen, you know. You wouldn't get a divorce. You suddenly decided that Ethan would live with us. Surely that's telling me that you want to break up.
Do you think I'm just going to let you get married like there was never anything between the two of us?
We broke up, didn't we? What has what we had got to do with anything?
Do you think I'm the only one that's going to suffer because of our relationship? Do you think I'm just going to keep quiet about it all?
You really are playing dirty, aren't you? I really regret falling for a jerk like you. Let's see who messes up whose life.
Sally, I'm really sorry. I was wrong to ever leave. I want to come back to live here. Why should I let you? I was wrong. I'm really sorry. I want to make us a proper family again. For Ethan. You really do speak nonsense sometimes, don't you? What did you say when I wanted us to be a proper family for Ethan? I think I must have lost my mind for a while back there. I thought you were going to make me pay for seeing that jerk on the 14th floor. Where has all of that energy gone? You were going to utterly humiliate me, divorce me, and take my child, I thought. That was just because my woman was with another man. Any man anywhere would act the same in that situation. How am I your woman? I thought you said that we were nothing to each other. You're the one that said all of that stuff. Anyway, you were with another woman. You did I don't know what with her, and we're even living with her. How can you call me your woman and be like this again now? I want a divorce. Oh, so you want a divorce now, do you? Now that I want to come back home and be with my family again. I was fine with what you were doing to me. I didn't care. But you brought Ethan into it, didn't you? What did I do? I didn't do anything to Ethan. You confused him by introducing him to your girlfriend and telling him to call her mom. You didn't call or even reply to me when I told you he was sick. You ignored us on his birthday. You're the one who was ignoring us and doing I don't know what with your side piece all that time. I did hope that you'd at least try to be a proper father to him, but you always just left him waiting. He waited and waited, and in the end, cried himself to sleep. I think it would be better for him not to have a dad like that in his life. That's why I want a divorce. Why now? Why do you suddenly want a divorce now that I want to come home? Well, that's your business, isn't it? If I don't want a divorce, I don't have to get one. If I want a divorce, I can get one. To be honest, if you really wanted a divorce, you could have fought me for one. You were just jumping from one woman to another, when you still have feelings for all of them, weren't you? That's why your girlfriend broke up with you in the end, wasn't it? She knew you weren't ever going to divorce me. Even so, in the end, I've chosen you. I'm sorry, but in the end, I've chosen divorce. So get out, will you? I know now that I can raise Ethan perfectly well by myself. In the end, the time you spent with that woman gave me time to practice being alone. There's no space left for you in our lives anymore. Oh, Sally. Please.
Kevin's girlfriend, Abby, ended up getting married to the biology professor that her father set her up with, and moved to the UK with him. My ex-husband, Kevin, spent his time going between the two of us, trying to first get us back, then trying to cause trouble for us. In the end, Ron, his side piece's father, posted on the college notice board about what he had been doing to the two of us, and he got thrown out of the college. He was dishonorably discharged. Kevin's dream was always to be a professor, and he survived 7 years of studying abroad and a lifetime of study to get his position. He ended up losing his precious professor's license, his job, his family, and his love all at once. When Kevin suspected me of seeing Sam from the 14th floor, we really were just friends. But after properly divorcing Kevin, we started seeing each other and seemed to be getting on really well together. We're dreaming of making a nice, cozy little family for Ethan and Daisy. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.
Hey, Ruth. Sorry, but unfortunately I've got some bad news for you today. It's about our anniversary this year. I know we've got less than a month until the big day, but it's just that I'm sorry about this. But can I ask us to put a rain check on that day?
Oh, Alf, what's up all of a sudden? Must be something really important to make you need to skip our anniversary date. You realize we've booked an outside seat at that Riverside French restaurant we've wanted to go to for ages? Are we going to have to cancel that one?
Yeah, actually, I've got a really sudden business trip I need to go on at the end of the month. Colin really stressed how important this conference trip is for the team and the project. Heck, even the whole company. He pointed out it could be a big stepping stone for my next promotion and pay rise as well. So I really couldn't bring myself to refuse after being told all that and his desperate begging. Unfortunately, this work trip will clash with our anniversary dinner. So the restaurant and our date plans are going to have to be cancelled, I'm afraid.
What? Not another business trip? Aren't you having to travel a whole lot for work recently? You already went on another work trip just the other week, right? It's honestly just weird that you're having to travel so much all of a sudden for your job.
Well, it's work, so it can't be helped, Ruth. When duty calls, I have to answer. Unlike your boring office admin work where you sit on the same chair at the same office, surrounded by the same people and doing the same repetitive tasks all day. I'm a sales guy. You should already know that about what I do. It's exciting work where I get to travel and meet lots of people, doing something fresh and new all the time. And I don't mean to brag, but I'm consistently hitting the highest sales number in the whole team. So they expect great things of me in this company. But it does mean I do have to work very hard to live up to those standards. Such is the tortured life of someone as brilliantly talented at sales as me.
Come on now. You don't have to put my work down like that to make your own career sound so good. I get it. You're always bragging about how much of a star you are in your sales team. Anyway, what you're saying is, our anniversary is an insignificant little affair compared to your grand sales business trips. I will give the restaurant a call and cancel the reservation for you, seeing as you are too busy making your company drown in money. But it's as you say. It can't be helped if it's work, and they really need you out there, I guess.
I'm glad you understand where I was coming from so quickly, honey. That would help if you could cancel the reservation for me. Thanks.
In that case, can I re-reserve at exactly the same restaurant a week after our actual anniversary date? It shouldn't be too bad if it's only 1 week later than the real day itself. It would be a shame to miss an opportunity to go there. With you so busy all the time with work, we might not have our schedules aligned to go there. I want to try the escargot at some point.
Oh, you want to reschedule just 1 week after the original date we planned for the anniversary?
Oh, is there some kind of problem with doing that? You should be back home from your work trip well before then, shouldn't you?
Actually, this conference event won't be all that quick. I didn't mention this part until now, but they are going to be sending me abroad this time, so I'll be away for a while. I guess they want to get their money's worth for sending us over there.
Wow, you're actually being sent overseas for this? I'm really impressed, but also surprised that they're making you go somewhere so far away, Alf. But you've never set foot outside the country in your life for even vacations, let alone for business.
I know, right? It is hard to believe that my first time abroad is going to be for business instead of pleasure. It's a pretty darn long trip, too. 8 days and 7 nights. In fact, the entire thing will go on for longer than a whole week, even. Talk about throwing me in the deep end for my first time outside of the country.
They're seriously going to keep you out there for that long?
But there is nothing we can do now because it's been decided, signed, and sealed. We can't go back on our decision now, whether we like it or not. It's a sign that they need me really badly to pull the whole team along. So there is no need to change the reservation for that French place to another time. If you could just cancel it altogether, that would work just great, actually.
But then, what should we do to celebrate our anniversary together this year, Alf? We've been at least doing something to celebrate without fail every year since we got together all that time ago. We wouldn't want to break our important tradition now, would we?
Meh, I think there's no need for us to celebrate such a thing yet another year, Ruth. It's not as if we're newlyweds still in the honeymoon phase who can't stay away from each other. Things are starting to cool off a little with how long we've been together, you know? And isn't it embarrassing to take something like our wedding anniversary so seriously, even at our age? I think it's more a younger people's thing. Not really for us when we're both getting on these days.
Not really, though? Married couples can keep celebrating their anniversaries well into their senior years. If anything, that sort of thing is the norm, not the exception here. I'm the same. I want to keep celebrating the day of our getting together until we've both grown old and we eventually pass from this world. I've never thought of or even heard such a concept of getting too old for wedding anniversaries in my life. Even though I'm so experienced and wise from getting on, according to you.
Oh no, I don't have the energy for that anymore at this age. Just how many years do you think we've been married? It's like Christmas or your birthday. It loses its excitement and meaning after so many repetitions of celebrating the same thing. Anyway, I've been thinking, actually. Sure, we have been together for a long while now. But it's not as if every day is spectacular and filled with excitement. If anything, our relationship has become a business-like chore punctuated by mundanity and repetition. So my point is that it's a waste of money to celebrate such a marriage every year.
Ouch. That's really how you thought about how things were between us? For how long have you been feeling this way, exactly? I, for one, have always thought that our wedding anniversaries are so important to us. They are a great way to remember how we felt when we started out the relationship. Those dizzying feelings of budding love. We should both use the opportunity to cherish and appreciate the successful and happy marriage we have had so far, as well as look forward to and hope for the same sort of life for the future.
Oh, hey now. I think you're looking at this anniversary thing the wrong way. You shouldn't be saving your gratitude for only one day of the year. It should be an ongoing everyday thing. Especially with how lucky you are that I, of all people, am continuing to stay with someone like you.
Excuse me? What do you mean by someone like me? Why don't you try to explain yourself and your extremely rude remarks?
Well, along with every year that passes, a layer of your makeup seems to be gone, to the point that you barely wear any these days. Your figure is gradually getting less and less appealing, too. It's safe to say that you have been going downhill for years now, and that you still continue to. Current projections would indicate that you will likely look like a retired granny in a care home within the next 5 years or so. So, yeah, you should show a little gratitude that I still continue to stay with you. But as the great breadwinner with a highly accomplished career, I don't feel that I need to show you the same appreciation for you staying with me. You might even say that I have grown out of your league throughout the years of our marriage, to put it very bluntly. Hey, Alf. You might be my husband, but you better watch that mouth of yours. I do have feelings, believe it or not. It's not as if you're not getting older too, you know. You're not the same young and dashing Alf that I met all those years ago either. It's the height of hypocrisy to criticize me for the same thing like that. Don't you think so? Look at you getting all annoyed by me just pointing out the truth to you. The truth hurts, doesn't it? Doesn't that prove my point that you are getting old and past your prime? I remember the good old days when you were a youthful and agreeable wife that I could be proud of. Those were the days. Well, excuse you. What did you just say to me? Anyway, I better be getting back to work now. I will leave you to cancel the restaurant reservation then. So, it's decided then, I guess. There will be no more wedding anniversary celebrations from this year onwards, seeing as they're a waste of time and money. Hey there, Bjorn. Sorry to shoot you a message out of the blue like this, but it's urgent, and I thought this would be the quickest way to solve this issue. Do you know what the time is of the flight my husband is getting on today? If you have the flight number too, that would be really helpful right now. Oh, hi Ruth. Well, I owe your husband a lot for teaching me and helping me out on the job, so I'm always happy to help him or you. Oh, not at all. I think my husband just likes to have a younger sales member to boss around. Let me try get those details for you. You seem to be in a rush, but what do you need the information for? Great, if you could get me those details for his flight, I might be able to deal with this issue I'm facing here. You'll never guess what Alf left at home on all days of today for his big business trip. Anyway, I have tried calling him directly so many times, but he won't pick up, which is a real problem. I'm thinking I might even drive to the airport myself to deliver it, because he really can't go without it for this trip. Oh no. Did he leave something so important at home? What bad timing? Yeah, he really needs it. So I need to get it to him as soon as humanly possible. I am so sorry to rush you like this, Bjorn. Ah, well, in that case, I can swing by and take it to him. I actually happen to have some business to conduct at our Southwest office today. It's in the same direction as the airport, so I won't even need to go out of my way to stop by the airport. It will be no trouble at all. If anything, this sort of thing is probably covered somewhere in my description, I would guess. I already have the address for you and Alf's house. So I will head over and pick up whatever it is, then make sure your husband gets it before his flight takes off. I should be able to just about make it if I take the highway. Really? You'll do that for us, Bjorn? Thank you. You're a lifesaver. I'll have to show my gratitude later with a home-baked pie or something like that. I do hope you like apple pie, because we've got a lot of golden delicious apples growing in our yard. Oh, no, there's no need for you to go so far to pay me back. Like I said, I'm just doing my job, Ruth. I can't believe Alf would make such a big mistake on his big day. But that's just like him to be so forgetful. I can't believe he would forget his passport for a flight. I mean, isn't that the one thing you double and triple check to make sure you have it with you before you leave for a flight? I wonder how he was planning to get to his destination without the one thing he needs to be able to fly. Oh, when you say that Alf left something at home, you were talking about his passport, were you? That's right, his passport. How clumsy it is of him to leave that behind just before his flight for his important business trip. I could die of secondhand embarrassment right now. I think you're misunderstanding something here, Ruth. With all due respect, aren't you the one who's being clumsy and forgetful here? I'm the clumsy and forgetful one? Why do you say that? Your husband doesn't need his passport for this business trip, you know? You didn't really think this one through, did you? It seems you saw the passport still at your house, assumed you left it, then panicked. I'm sorry, but I'm still confused about what is actually going on here, Bjorn. When you say that Alf doesn't need his passport to take his flight, what exactly do you mean by that? Oh, maybe you haven't heard the destination that Alf and the conference group are flying to today? But yeah, he won't be needing his passport just for a domestic flight. Come again now. A domestic flight, you say? But anyway, I guess that's settled, and there is no forgotten item that needs to be taken to Alf before his flight. What a relief. Well, Bjorn, what you just told me is quite unexpected. Is now a good time to talk over the phone for you? I just want to ask you some questions about this business trip that Alf is supposed to go on today. Sure, I have the time, if you can just give me a few minutes first. It's a little bit rowdy where I am right now. Let me change places first where there's less background noise, and hopefully the signal will be stronger too.
Hey, Ruth. Are you having chronic separation anxiety from me leaving on a flight or something? You're like a puppy tearing up the furniture in an anxiety-driven rampage just because the owner was gone for all of 15 minutes. What was with that number of missed calls I just got from you? It better be something really important if you tried to call me 30 times, when you knew I was busy traveling for this important business trip.
But why didn't you answer my calls though, Alf? I'd say it's more the opposite. It's scarier that you didn't even respond once after I called you 30 times. What if it really was something important? Or, perish the thought, an actual emergency that I was going through? Huh? You certainly didn't sound very alarmed like a normal husband would be when you texted me back. If anything, you sounded accusatory and blaming of me instead.
Were you paying attention to what I said to you literally 1 or 2 texts ago? Or even remember what day this was for me? If you didn't notice, I was on a flight and I was unavailable for taking calls. I'm so sorry that I wasn't getting signal at above cloud altitude. Not. Besides, when you get on a plane, you make sure your cell phone is turned off. That's just common sense. At the very least, you need to make sure it's on flight mode. So yeah, I think I have a valid excuse for not being able to answer you as soon as you decided that you missed me too much. Or maybe you were just worried about my first flight abroad. Either way, you need to lay off with that number of calls, Ruth.
Oh, really? Your phone's power was off this whole time, was it now? Well, it would seem that you do have signal right at this moment, though. So I take it you have already landed at your destination, then?
Yeah, that's right. I got here all right in one piece. Yay me! Well done on my first flight abroad, and a successful one at that.
Wow, that's so interesting. You really got to your destination abroad so quickly, didn't you? You left in the morning, and it took you just 2 hours to get to where you are, huh? Just in time for lunch in our home time zone. Although I'm not sure if it's the same in your destination country right now.
Yep, it was a pretty short and sweet flight.
You know, you never did mention to me exactly where abroad you were headed. It was all very vague, come to think of it.
Oh yeah, that. I did forget to say to you the actual place I was going to, now that you mention it. It might be outside of the country, but really it's only Quebec City. Canada is practically next door, so it doesn't take long to get there. And it doesn't feel all that foreign when you can get by just fine with English. It was one of those direct flights too, so no changing over or anything annoying like that would slow us down, which was nice.
It took you just 2 hours to get to Quebec City, did it?
So anyway, what was with all those phone calls you blew up my cell with? You never did explain that part. You must need something from me, right? So why don't you spit it out already so I can get on with the rest of my busy workday? We don't just lounge around eating and drinking at these conference trips, believe it or not. We have actual work to do here. Otherwise, they wouldn't have spent all that money flying us all the way over here.
Oh, that? I just wanted to let you know that you left something very, very important at home. Why, it's only something that you would almost definitely need today. But I have to say that I was really surprised when you somehow magically made it to the other side without taking it with you.
Oh no, I left something at home, did I? Is it something that I can get over here in Canada as well? I sure hope so, because otherwise I'm completely out of luck here.
No. You can't exactly buy this thing at the nearest supermarket or anything like that. It's not so simple. So yeah, you left your passport at home, you forgetful klutz. So I wonder how you managed to go on your business trip.
I left what at home, did you say?
So you really managed to get into Canada without your passport, did you? How strange. How curious. Did you enter as an illegal immigrant or something? Did you cross the border in the back of a truck full of other such lawbreakers, maybe? What a strange way to go about arriving at a global conference for a large multinational company. I do hope you will be claiming expenses from your company. For all the money you must have blown on getting your smuggler to get you safely across that legally separated international border. Wow, this is even crazier than what Hollywood would ever come up with for some ridiculous, overly serious thriller movie. Real life truly is stranger than fiction sometimes, after all.
Oh no. No. Are you sure I really left my passport at home, Ruth?
Yes, it's right here in my hand. Aren't you embarrassed that I seem to know much better where your passport is than your own self?
Oh, come on. I can't believe this.
So I'll ask you again. Are you really at Quebec City now, as you told me originally? You're seriously trying to tell me it took you all of 2 hours to get somewhere that should take more than 7 hours on a plane? I don't believe that for 1 second, you big liar. I've got the very document you need for you to even get on a flight. So that means you don't have it with you. Even if the customs guys at our home airport somehow fell asleep and let you through without a passport, I have serious doubts that the Canadians let you step foot past their immigration. So it stands to reason that you are still within the country somewhere, even if you did actually hop on a plane. Talk about telling a super obvious and transparent lie, then leaving a huge piece of incriminating evidence. At home with your wife who you were lying to. Did you really think I would fall for that after you left your passport behind lying around in the open?
No, it's not what it looks like. I can explain. Maybe you don't know this because you have never flown internationally before either, but they are surprisingly forgiving about that stuff if you do happen to forget your passport. I mean, there are other ways you can prove your identity photographically, aren't there? In my case, I used my driver's license, which I thankfully still had on me in my wallet. It would be bad for business if they barred people from flying only for forgetting their passports, wouldn't it? Especially when they have other ID methods to prove who they are anyway. So yeah, I managed to wing it even without that passport that I forgot.
Do you take me for a fool? There is absolutely no way that either our home immigration or Canadian immigration would ever accept crossing the border with such a pathetic excuse as a forgotten passport. They can even bar you from entry when you have the most minor of visa issues, let alone if you forget your passport, you know? And I know this because I have flown to foreign countries more than a few times myself, you know? So I know a thing or two more than you do about how to deal with customs. And what they might deny you entry into the country for, believe it or not.
You've been abroad before? This is news to me, Ruth.
I have been to Canada myself quite a few times for special seminars back in my college days, actually. But anyway, I digress. So, back to the topic at hand here. So just which country are you saying accepted you without a passport? Never mind the fact that they would never even let you leave our country before that in the first place.
Well, you know... Actually, now that I think about it, maybe this was just a domestic trip.
Oh, really? Suddenly you didn't fly abroad? Domestic where? Which state exactly? Just cut out the bull and give it to me straight, because I know you have been lying to me.
What I meant to say was, it's a little complicated and it's not so easy to explain over a text conversation like this.
Really? Is that so? What a fascinating story you're trying to tell me here. Spit it out now, why don't you? You know, you should be embarrassed of yourself. You don't even have the courage to just admit that you've been lying and tell me the truth. Even though it's so obvious at this point, from the fact that your passport is still at home and you're supposedly in a foreign country. I have to say that I'm disappointed in you, if I'm being perfectly honest, Alf. Come on. I told you I could explain, didn't I, Ruth? I'm not done explaining just yet. You just need to give me a little bit more time. That's all.
Yeah, you can drop the clown act, because I already know the whole truth, actually. You're in El Paso, Texas, aren't you? A trip abroad my butt. You were flying domestic this whole time, you liar.
Whoa. Slow right down there a minute, Ruth. What makes you so sure that that's the case? Why do you really think I'm in El Paso, of all places, right at this moment? Isn't that absolutely ridiculous after everything I told you about where I was going?
Yes, it is ridiculous. Which is the whole darn point. That's why I am having to have this pointless conversation with you in the first place.
My point is that I could be in Arizona or Oklahoma for all you know. Why are you saying El Paso and being so sure about that place in particular?
I already called Bjorn and he told me everything about this trip of yours. Who else would it be but him? It's not as if you've introduced me to anyone else in the office.
Seriously? Bjorn spilled all of my secrets?
I texted him in a hurry this morning when I thought you accidentally left your passport that you needed in order to fly. Because he wouldn't assume that after you told me you were going to fly abroad, right? So I was going to get him to deliver the passport to you, because it was an emergency. But then Bjorn just laughed at me. He said there was no need for a passport to fly to El Paso.
Oh no. I did not see this coming.
I asked him a whole lot of questions about everything else to do with this business trip, too, seeing as you were acting so suspiciously. You even directly lied to me about where you were headed, after all. But it turned out the conference trip itself is actually real, so you weren't lying about that part. There is that bit of truth to what you told me the other day, at least, I guess. But the El Paso trip is only supposed to be 3 days and 2 nights, not over a week like you said. But you were going to use your vacation days off to take the time off and stay a whole week. Isn't that right?
Oh, I didn't even realize that Bjorn knew all about that part too.
Yeah, that wasn't all that he told me, actually. I still have more to say. You were supposedly going to meet up with your wife after the conference was over, to have some time off with her. Bjorn was saying he was wishing we would have a fantastic time celebrating our anniversary together. But it's real strange that I, as that very wife, haven't heard a single word about this plan, considering it's coming so soon. Even for a surprise vacation, that would be cutting it way too short. If anything, it seems like you're hiding something from me.
Oh, Bjorn. Ruining things like that for me. You've got to be kidding me. Why did he have to go reveal literally everything he knew? He couldn't just keep his loud mouth shut this one time.
But yeah, it really was a shock to me, too. Like I said, I didn't have a single clue about this anniversary vacation plan of yours. Because, you know, I was just planning to spend our anniversary at home alone. Without you. And without even any acknowledgement of it being our special day from you. My own husband. But sounds like you've got all your anniversary plans sorted, doesn't it? Even if they might not even involve your own wife. I wonder just who the lucky person is that gets the privilege of having a fabulous several days in El Paso together with you to bask in your presence, huh? She sure must be one lucky lady to have the fortune to stay in the same bed with you for so long.
I swear on my grandmother's grave, Ruth, this is not what it looks like. Please allow me to explain.
You know what, Alf? Maybe it's time that the two of us got a divorce, given everything that's happened.
What do you mean we should divorce so suddenly? We've barely even begun to talk this issue through yet. At least let me explain my side of things before jumping to unsubstantiated conclusions.
I have just been lied to by my own husband that I've been absolutely devoted to and loyal to. My once beloved Alf. I fail to see what you are so surprised about here, honestly. What else would you expect me or anyone else to do in this situation except try to divorce your shady, lying butt? That's not the only ammunition I have on you either, just so you are aware. I have looked all over that study of yours in every nook and cranny to see if I could confirm my rapidly growing suspicions and, well,
That room you claimed for yourself is absolutely full of signs of there being another woman in your life.
Whoa, wait a minute there. Really? Are you seriously telling me that you went into my study, Ruth? We had an agreement that you wouldn't go in there because I would keep the room tidy by myself. What kind of wife are you to break that trust and go barging into my private space?
Oh, are you really going to go there now? After what you did? And what kind of husband are you to go sneaking off to who knows where to go enjoy some cheating vacation with another woman? You can't expect me to stick to such a rule about your study after what you did to betray my trust. It was an emergency situation that you brought upon yourself, so I needed to get in that room and take a look. So you have to put on your big boy pants and deal with the trouble that you sowed by your darn self. Alf, have you met this friend of mine?
What friend are you talking about here? I don't know what you mean.
Alf, meet the consequences of your own stupid actions. Consequences of your own stupid actions? Meet Alf.
All right, I get it. You can stop now.
Anyway, while you're frolicking around with this mystery affair partner of yours in El Paso, I will make sure to investigate exactly what you've been doing with who, and what you've been doing up to this point, too. So have a good conference trip with your co-workers down there.
No, that's not fair. Stop prodding around my room. All that stuff in there is not yours to touch, Ruth. Hi there, Ruth. I heard something terrible, but I just wanted to confirm with you whether or not it's true. Are you really getting divorced from Alf because of me? If that's really how it is, I'm so sorry. I had no idea at all that this is what would happen. This wasn't my intention in the slightest.
Oh, really, Bjorn? That's what you heard? I think I can take a wild guess who it was that framed it in that way to you. It was Alf, wasn't it?
Well, Alf just gave me a phone call not long ago, and he is saying that his wife is accusing him of having an affair under the cover of a work trip. All because I explained the whole thing so confusingly to you. He says he will take me to court and sue me for putting this misunderstanding between the two of you, which is causing this huge rift.
Really? Alf said all those unbelievable things to you? The nerve of him to threaten you like that, after only telling me the truth. This is his screw-up, not yours.
Anyway, I just wanted to apologize to you for saying something that would cause you so much stress. If I am completely honest, I'm not sure exactly what kind of misunderstanding I have caused here, but I'm sorry, whatever the case. I wasn't trying to ruin your marriage, I swear. I was just trying to help Alf so he wouldn't leave anything important behind for his important conference trip. So please, I'm begging you to forgive me, and especially your husband. Maybe you could rethink your divorce with him, if the damage isn't too deep and it's not too late.
Bjorn, please calm yourself down. Really, this isn't your fault in the slightest, so there is absolutely no need for you to be the one apologizing to me here. It's fine. You can ignore whatever vitriol that lying, manipulative scum of a husband throws your way. You have done nothing at all wrong here, Bjorn. If anything, you have done me a huge favor here with revealing the truth to me.
But I still feel bad that this blew up to the point of you demanding a divorce from him. It's because I confused you about the conference trip and made you think that he had a mistress, isn't it?
Actually, you didn't confuse me at all. Just enlightened me to the real truth. Alf really is having an affair trip. It wasn't just a miscommunication. After the work trip was over, he was taking time off to go spend time with some other woman instead of me in El Paso.
Really? Alf was actually going to do something so horrible?
Well, he was bold enough to lie to me that he was going to be away for a whole week for some work trip abroad. Looking back on it now, I didn't notice the red flag that he didn't specify where exactly abroad. That he was going to be off holding all his important work meetings. I believed him, of course. Who wouldn't when they have no reason at all to doubt their partner when you think they love you just as much as you love them? But in reality, he had quite some other plans for what he was going to do after his actual work conference in El Paso. Needless to say that all this was super suspicious, so I went and checked his private study that I'm normally not allowed in. And well, it was just chock full of evidence of this horrid affair of my husband's with another woman.
Oh, seriously? I can't believe Alf of all people would do something like that to you.
So that's why I'm the one who should be apologizing to you, Bjorn. I'm so sorry to you on behalf of my vindictive, petty, sorry excuse of a husband who chewed you out for all of this. He has no right to be taking out his anger for all this out on you when you've done nothing wrong. Especially when all this mess is his own doing in the first place.
No, not at all. You don't need to apologize to me for something that you weren't responsible for, Ruth. I understand the stickiness of this situation and, well, that stickiness can sometimes spread to others nearby, unfortunately. Not to mention that emotions are running high in this complicated situation. But it's just life. Sometimes these things happen. I'm not mad at you or anything at all, so don't worry. Please.
Well, that's very understanding and kind of you to say so. But, well, if it isn't too much trouble, I have a favor to ask of you, Bjorn. I'm sorry to drag you into this whole clown circus again, but only you can help me here. It sounds cliché, but I'm afraid it's true. I really could do with your support for this.
Me? Help you after what just went down?
I just want to check Alf's recorded office hours, that's all. It's just that now that the genie's out of the bottle, I'm suspicious about a whole lot of other stuff now, too. It might be wishful thinking at this point, but maybe, just maybe. What if Alf has been lying about a bunch of other times he has said he's been working late at night or having to travel far and stay over for work? So I want to make sure that he really has been working hard for all those hours like he has claimed to me over and over. That little rascal sure does seem to know how to lie through his teeth. So that's why it would be a ton of help if you could just check that for me.
I get it. That seems like a logical place to start looking into for now. Sure, you can leave it all to me. I can send you his recorded office hours from our shared database. No problem.
Really, Bjorn? You'll do that for me? Are you sure that you really want to do this?
Well, I'd be lying if I said that this wasn't personal for me, too. You see, my parents are divorced, too. All because of my father's intimate, long-term affair that hid and festered for years. Until it completely soured my mother and father's relationship forever. So that's why I can't stand people who lie and cheat on their partners. I can't just stand by and watch while people like that get away with it when I can put a stop to it. That's all the more true when it's between a couple that I know personally.
Really? I had no idea that you would be so personally interested in helping out. But that's great. Thank you.
But I just have one request for you, Ruth. Can we just keep it between the two of us that I actually helped you out with this? The cat's out of the bag already with the business trip part that I told you, but I don't want to have to know about my involvement in this, too. I know it's embarrassing after I made such a grandiose speech about wanting cheaters to be caught and get their just desserts. But I really don't want him yelling curse words through the phone at me again. I think I've already had more than enough of that, if I'm honest.
Of course that's a given, Bjorn. I won't say a peep about any of this to my jerk husband. Welp, I'll be waiting for Alf's office hour data that you're going to be sending to me later.
Of course, Ruth. I'll get it to you as soon as I can. Come on, Ruth. I'm begging you, please. I just want you to let me into our house. That's all.
Oh, Alf, that's weird. You're back already? But I thought my hard-working, high-performing husband was away in El Paso for a whole week. But it's only been 3 days still.
I came straight home after the conference ended, and I got all the business out of the way. I left the other woman. I swear on my mother's life. I'm sorry I betrayed your trust, but I've properly separated with her now, so it's all okay. So look, I just want to get back home. To you. Let's just sit down and talk all this through, like adults. I can explain this all to you. Everything. The whole truth.
Well, I'll ignore the part where you essentially threw your own mother under the bus. in a pathetic and pointless attempt to save your lying butt from the trouble you yourself caused. So which woman was it that you parted ways with? You poor thing. Was it Joe who you ditched? Or maybe you got tired of Ellie? Don't tell me you cut Tabitha out of your life.
What? You know about all of them?
I don't know why you're so surprised that I know all of their names. That's basically a given. I told you quite clearly that I went through every square inch of that private little room of yours with a fine-toothed comb. I had no idea that you were having not just one, but so many affairs, all with different women. Every time the evidence came surfacing, I had to run to the bathroom to vomit out all my disgust for you.
No way. That's so quick. You already found so much proof in such a short time.
So, which unlucky little sweetheart of yours did you break up with this time, huh? And tell me, which one of your favorite delicious side pieces are still part of the eat-all-you-want side dishes on your dining plate? Because leaving just one of your happy little harem doesn't quite cut it, really, does it? Did you really expect I would let you off and welcome you back with open arms after such a half-hearted effort to worm your way back into our relationship as if nothing happened?
Look, I'll go jump the whole lot of them right now. So please, just open the door and let's talk this through. I don't want us to divorce, so let's hash things out before we go rushing emotionally to actions that we might regret later.
But Alf, you always made me feel like dirt for getting older and less attractive every year, as I put on the years and the pounds. So maybe it's for the best for both of us if we just separate, seeing as I'm not exactly the youthful and alluring babe you married all those years ago anymore. According to your own words.
Oh man, I didn't think you would take my jokes to heart like that. Come on, Ruth. I was just teasing you a little for fun, that's all. I didn't think for a second that we actually would be divorcing. I had no intention of hurting you, or for it to come to the absolute worst case scenario like this. I'm down on my knees pleading with you, Ruth. I'm begging you. Please just open the door and let me inside the house.
I'm so sorry, Alf, but that's not happening. I can't be opening the door for you anymore, unfortunately for you.
Come on. I just want you to believe me for once in your life.
Well, that's just the thing, Alf. Even if I wanted to open the door, which I most certainly do not want to do, I can't. I've already canceled the lease on that house, as it happens.
Why did you cancel the lease on the house?
I admit it. I was going to take my time, maybe a whole week, rummaging through all the filthy evidence you left behind. In that private little room of yours. But it turned out that all that sleuthing only took a few hours, so I didn't need all that time after all. So it worked out for the best in the end, I guess. And that's why I just went ahead with moving out of the place. I just went and put my plan in motion.
And just what would that plan be exactly, Ruth?
The divorce plans, of course. What else would I be talking about? A little slow on the uptake, aren't you? But yeah, I already decided that I would be ending the lease on that house if we were to get divorced. So there was no decision-making to do in the end. Just hacked on the plan I already made.
This can't be for real. Where am I going to go live now? Do you expect me to just go sleep under a bridge? Why don't you tell me where you are and I can go crash with you? We can hash things out while we're at it.
I'm going to ignore that ridiculous idea you just suggested. But for your information, I didn't get rid of your belongings or take them with me. I didn't want to lose my lunch every time I looked at all those letters with your many girlfriends after all. So I shipped all your stuff to your parents' place. Just so you know, I am with my parents. So you might want to hold off on coming to crash with me for now anyway. So back to the exciting and fascinating topic of our divorce. Let's get both of our parents together for a family meeting on that topic. Can I pencil it in for Monday morning next week?
Whoa there. You're making my head spin with how fast you're trying to move things along here. First of all, I didn't agree to any divorce here. And secondly, how could you end the lease and move out without even consulting me, your husband, first?
It just doesn't add up. How could you pull that little trick off?
Oh, but that house was being rented under my name, not yours. Or did you forget that part? I guess I shouldn't be too harsh on you, seeing as you had to remember a whole lot of info. A bunch of birthdays, anniversaries, life stories, boring small talk from a whole harem of women. You didn't really have time or energy to remember the minutiae of whose name we used for what in just one household of many, did you now? Way back when I actually had a job, my company had benefits on rent, right? So it would work out cheaper for renting if we went with me as the named tenant. Remember? That is exactly why I had no need whatsoever to ask for your permission in ending the lease.
Are you being serious right now? Are you really calling that a valid excuse? Just how many years do you think we have been married together and living under the same roof? That very house. The house that I've been paying rent on for decades. You just went ahead and decided on your own to move us both out of there. Just like that.
The weirder thing to do would be to share a house with a good-for-nothing, cheating, lying, oxygen thief like you. You don't have a single right to complain about anything to me after how you treated me.
That's a little harsh. I think I should get a say too.
Oh, you're still going to keep whining away, you big baby? The divorce is final, Alf, and that's it. No amount of begging or pleading is going to make me change my mind. A traitor doesn't get to cry traitor at the person he just betrayed. He got caught, so now just accept the consequences of your own foolish, selfish actions.
Come on now, Ruth. Just give me another chance here. Please, can you find it in your heart to forgive me? I promise not to hurt you like that ever again. For the rest of our lives together.
Once trust is broken, it can never be recovered again. Don't you know? That's that. So come ready with a pen and divorce papers to sign when we get together family to family for that little friendly chat together. This time, you better be careful not to leave anything important behind for your trip. After that, as I planned, Alf and I got together with both pairs of parents to discuss the divorce altogether. Alf tried to pull a sob story about how he only started cheating on me from 1 month before that, and how it was all a brief lapse of judgment and a moment of weakness and all that. You know, the typical cliche excuses you hear in a low-budget telenovela or something like that. But thanks to Bjorn's research on Alf's office hours on his timesheets, we had solid proof that all that was far from the actual truth. It turns out that he was having the first of his many affairs from roughly 3 years before. It would be an understatement to say that both mine and Alf's parents were angry at all of his lying to cover up his other lies. Alf's face was practically drenched from all the tears streaming down his face after the good telling off he got from his parents. I guess you're always a child to your mother and father, but it's truer for some than others. From what I heard from Bjorn after, Alf had the gall to fake going on business trips and meals out with clients. But it was all just a guise to fraudulently claim expenses so he could go on lavish dates with his multiple affair partner's sweethearts. Needless to say, that was immediate grounds for a firing, so he had to leave that company in the end. So with Alf's position open, Bjorn got a promotion to replace his post. So I sent him a card and a cake to congratulate him, and to say thanks for helping me out so much. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.